Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for our second episode of Niles Voice of Business. Today, this interview is going to be focused on Athletico facility manager Kimi Smith. These interviews are going to be based on local business owners and professionals to provide resources and insights for the businesses of Niles. Firstly, thank you, Kimi, for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and kind of how you got to Athletico?
Sure. Thanks for having me, Chase. Happy to be a guest today. So I'm Kimi Smith. I'm the facility manager of the Athletico on Toohey Avenue. I have been at that facility for just about 6 years now, and I've been managing it for just about 3. So I've been with Athletico for almost 11 years now. Started off as a rehab aide, transitioned to physical therapist, and then was promoted up to assistant manager and then facility manager most recently.
Wow. And you actually have specialties that are specific to some of the patients that you see, correct?
Yep, absolutely. So my specialty is vestibular and concussion. So all things dizzy, that's my specialty.
Well, good person to have you around, definitely. I just wanted to talk about, I know that we are living in some uncertain and unprecedented times, and I know that you've had a little bit of experience with telehealth appointments and meeting your patients virtually. So wanted to kind of ask some questions about that and how that's been going for you. Has the shift been, dramatic and kind of hard to keep on hand, or has it been kind of easy in terms of following up on those patients virtually?
Sure. So it's definitely been different. So to give you perspective, we've lost about 250 visits per week.
Wow.
But the biggest change has definitely been getting our telehealth visits up and running.
Mhm. And currently, how many patients are you seeing as of now virtually?
We have 150 patients that we see per week. And of those 150 visits, we're seeing about 18 in the clinic. And those we would consider more of the essential in-clinic appointments, someone that just had surgery, somebody that's doing 4 to 5 hours of what's called work conditioning, and that's getting them back to doing their job demands, and they're considered an essential job at this point. So we need to get them up and running quickly.
Right. And kind of what has the response been from some of the individuals that you've met virtually? Has it been positive? Have they felt like they've kind of taken away the same thing they would have in person? I know that, a lot of your job is hands-on.
Absolutely. So that's definitely the biggest difference, right? Is
Mhm.
we're not putting our hands on the patients.
Right.
But the patients have absolutely loved it. They feel that they're avoiding any plateauing in their plan of care. They can connect as often or as little as they want. And it gives them that sense of accountability, kind of like Big Brother is watching them go through their exercises.
Mhm.
Us as therapists, we'd love to say that everybody does their home exercises all the time, but we know that's not true. So designating 1 to 2 days per week that we actually go through it with them. We can
Mhm.
modify, we can progress, we can kind of tweak as needed. It truly helps with their progressions through their plan of care.
Right.
So yeah, it's been fun. There's definitely been some differences. We're trying to think outside the box and be creative with how to replicate
Right.
some things at home. It's super important, early on to figure out what kind of resources and equipment they have at home, making
Right.
sure that they have adequate space set up, because you think you're not just going to be doing exercises seated. You need to make sure that we can see them appropriately when they go to lay down or stand.
Mhm.
So it's been a fun challenge, absolutely.
And I'm sure equipment has gotten definitely odd. I saw a video the other day I had this little bit of pain in my shoulder, and it was put a tennis ball on a sock and then hang it over your shoulder. And I was like, wow, okay. It's a DIY
The
version
tennis
of
ball
physical
trick is
therapy.
normal, but it's definitely one that we replicate at home regularly. So
Right. And then what platforms are you using to conduct these? Is it via Zoom, or is there something specific that Athletico has?
So we can use iPhone and
Okay.
FaceTime, but we are using Zoom for those that don't have Apple products. And
Mhm.
I would say like the most hiccups are with the Zoom because not everybody is most familiar with that. But now
Right.
that everybody's kind of getting used to this work from home situation,
Definitely a
we're
learning curve.
becoming a little bit more familiar with Zoom.
Mhm.
And then myself and our office coordinators, we've been reaching out to every single patient before their very first telehealth appointment, just to kind
Okay.
of ease their mind and give them the best tips and tricks that we have for a successful appointment. And this has overall made the process very smooth, has allowed therapists to kind of capitalize on the time spent with the patient versus trying to work through those hiccups in the initial part of their appointment.
Right, right. Um, yeah, yeah. I know that there's wow. So sorry. There's been a lot of learning curves in terms of the way that people are conducting business. So it's always interesting to kind of see what a hands-on position would be like. So
Sure.
that's great. Definitely wanted to talk about maybe some things that you would suggest to business owners that are at home working at definitely different desk. Right now, I have my makeshift desk that I've got, and I have to go back to my seat. So I'm constantly readjusting.
Uh-huh.
What
Yeah.
would some advice that you'd give?
Yeah. So during these unforeseen circumstances and times of uncertainty, it's so common to experience extra pain and tension related to stress. So it's
Right.
essential to first and foremost make sure that you're taking the time each day, remain active, even if it's nice out going for a little walk with your family or
Mhm.
inside performing some stretches or full body strengthening. They're all beneficial to just get up and move. Sitting for too long is just, it's not beneficial. So and then it's important to talk through and figure out your new work from home space and make sure it's set up efficiently and effectively. So I've actually provided a picture to just kind
Okay.
of give you a visual of how your setup should look.
So I'm gonna pull that up right now. We're gonna do this.
Yeah, and I'll
And
just kind of just pinpoint a couple highlights here to think about. So, your screen should be anywhere from 18 to 24 inches away from your face with the top of the monitor at eye level or just slightly below. You want to make sure that your shoulders are down and relaxed with your arms actually able to comfortably be at a 90-degree angle. When we're working from laptops a lot, we get that forward rounded shoulder posture, our elbows and our wrists, everything is bent and contracted.
I just was like,
So
let
we
me set up.
Right, exactly. So we want to make sure that we're able to kind of comfortably sit with our elbows rested at our
Mhm.
sides, and as to the best of our ability. So a
Right.
good chair with a supportive backrest, and then making sure we're sitting as far back in the chair as we can. The seat height underneath your rear is also really important. We want to make sure that kind of the hips and knees can form a 90-degree angle as well.
Mhm.
And people like me that have, we're not blessed with height, you may need to put something underneath your feet as well. If your feet are dangling, you want to make sure that your feet are either planted on something or on the ground comfortably. So having the right setup really will help decrease some of that neck and back tension that is so common to creep
Right.
up when working from home. But truly, if you're having any persistent or chronic symptoms, just please request a virtual appointment from us. We'd be happy to assess any concerns and recommend more individualized care and treatments for you.
And then where would they go if they would like to make an appointment?
Sure. They can do it at athletico.com if they want. Otherwise, they can call our clinic directly. And you don't have to be close to our clinic in order to be treated virtually by us, just in
Mhm.
Illinois. So our phone number is 773-774-4291.
I'm going to put that on the screen just in case someone would like to call you directly. And that is the number that
Yep.
Kimmy just provided. Please feel free to reach out to her. I have not personally been to Athletico, but Alicia Burmese in our office has been, and she has said nothing but good reviews about everything. She said 30 minutes, I was in and out, and I got everything that I needed. And they're going to set up a plan for her to kind of get some shoulder pain taken care of, which is great.
Yeah, and that's what's great is we still can provide those virtual free assessments, which are
Mhm.
those 30-minute assessments where we kind of just quickly assess what we think is going on and give you some tools to strategize and figure it out independently. But because of the direct access law in Illinois, where you don't need a prescription to see a physical therapist either, we can do a more thorough assessment still virtually, and offer a little bit more guidance and plan of care and walk you through things specifically.
Right. Well, great, great. Well, definitely now I'm gonna get a new chair. I'm gonna sit up straight. I'm gonna look at the 18 to 24% or inches because I'm definitely someone that needs glasses and puts their face in their computer instead. But great. Well, Kimmy, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. I know that things are definitely in flux, so any little bit of time that we ask for is a treasure. Um,
Thanks,
I'm
Chase.
going to plug my email if you want to get in contact with me. It's chase@nileschamber.com or call our office. We're always here to answer any questions, and we can connect you to Kimmy if you'd like. And then this is Kimmy Smith at Athletico. Please visit athletico.com if you're looking for some physical therapy. Kimmy, thank you so much, and you have a great day, okay? Enjoy your
Thank
Friday and happy
you.
Easter.
Thank you. You guys too.
Bye.